I'm Shelton Stevens. I went to high school at Stewart's Draft. I played with Tripp in Little League. Tinker Kaiser was my coach all throughout Little League. We grew up together. We were best friends. Basically, I'm a strength and conditioning coach at the University of Southern Miss. You know, that's my profession. So I train athletes to get bigger, faster, stronger, prevent them from injuries, all that stuff, which is an important aspect of, you know, the sport itself. Well, I went to college. I got an exercise science degree. I started learning more about the body and how it works, and it was very, very interesting. So that's how I got into it, and I landed an internship at Florida State University, where I, work with football, help with baseball, and after that, it just skyrocketed. I've been in about 4 different colleges. I worked at LSU before. I've been at Wofford College out of Spartanburg. Again, I'm currently at Southern Miss, and I've been a head strength conditioning coach at Nova Southeastern, which is in Fort Lauderdale. So I've been around. The coaching business is cutthroat. There's a lot of moving around, but if you got a passion for it, you really don't mind it. Went to high school at Stewart's Draft. Went to college. I played college baseball at Palm Beach Atlantic University. It's a Division II down in Florida. It's in the Sunshine State Conference, where Florida Southern, your Tampas, your Rollins. Florida ball is a lot faster than Virginia ball, a little more scrappier. But I wanted to get away from Virginia. I wanted to get away from the cold. I wanted to play, Florida ball. That was my dream. That came true. Got my internship at Florida State in strength and conditioning. From there, went on to Wofford College. I became a full-time coach at Wofford College. From there, went to LSU. From LSU, went to Nova as a head strength coach. From Nova, now I'm at Southern Miss. So I've been about 4 or 5 colleges. I'm only 27. So hopefully, here in the next couple of years, I can settle down somewhere and set my roots. But as a young coach, you can't be selfish and want to stay in one area, because if you want to get better, you got to keep grinding and you keep rising to the top. Well, first of all, when it comes to college recruiting, they care about how much power you got, how fast you are, okay, and basically how sturdy you are. Because if you're hurt or injured, or they see you have elbow problems in high school, they're not going to look at you. So that's where strength training and speed training and all that stuff in high school, that matters. That matters a lot. So getting that, hammered down first before you go to college, and a strength coach and the coaches see that, they're going to be like, okay, this guy knows what he's talking about. We want him to come play for us. So usually out of high school, a lot of kids nowadays have so many problems and imbalances within their body. They tend to play one sport in high school nowadays, and we're seeing a lot more injuries because of that, a lot of overuse. So I like to recommend with a lot of kids in high school and even middle school, play as many sports as you can. But when they get to me, it's usually we got to fix them up because they've been in a bad program or the wrong kind of program. We fix them up. Once we set that foundation, every year we progress, every year. So they get stronger, they get faster, they get more mature, they get more mentally tough. So that's the most important things in a strength program we do. What I like to tell people is I train movements and not muscles. So you see a lot of athletes, what they want to do first when they come into the weight room, they want to lay down on a bench and they want to see how much they can bench press, or they want to do curls in front of the mirror, okay? But the main thing is, when I say movements, not muscles, is I like to work the go muscles and not the show muscles. I tell them, you don't want to work the show muscles because that's not what makes us move and work on the field. So basically, that's basically my philosophy. A lot of explosive movement, functional movement, okay? A lot of, we call it Olympic lifting, which is really like your power cleans, your hang cleans, more explosive, full body, ground up movements. As a strength coach, the advice I would give to these kids is number one, play as many sports as possible. Okay, just don't play baseball. Okay, there's a weight room back here. Any sport needs to come in here and strength train year round. Okay, make sure they invest in a good strength coach or personal trainer that knows what they're talking about. That's the most important thing. Okay, because if you get hurt, it's not good in the college recruiting process. It's not good for your health. It's not good, period. Okay, a college coach does not want to see somebody hurt. All right, so somebody from age 9 to 17 does not need to be having surgery already. They're too young for that. So I would definitely recommend, again, play as many sports as possible, strength train year round, okay, and invest in a good strength coach and personal trainer. I think it's unbelievable. If we had this when we were little, it's top notch. You got what, 5 cages in here, 4 cages. We got a weight room in here. Us as kids, as good as we were, we were in the state championship at Stewart's Draft. As good as we were, if we had that, we would be top of the top. We probably would have had 5 or 6 Division I players on our team. when we were little. It takes just that little bit more, to make it to the top. And this facility definitely will give it to you. I love the turf. I mean, they don't have to worry about any kind of grass or anything, so the turf area is perfect. And then the equipment is top notch. I mean, it's plenty of space, plenty of area. The projection screen's awesome to have. They got TVs in here, a good sound system. I mean, it's your typical, if you're a baseball athlete, I mean, it's your perfect world. You got your music, you can blare when you lift, your weight room, and you got your cages where you can pitch and hit. And also you can speak, just like I've done. It's a good public speaking area as well. 110% by far. I mean, they got video analysis where they give feedback. I mean, visual learning's, definitely rising nowadays with the youth. But you can come in here and get as many reps as possible. I mean, it's a perfect place to come in. I mean, it's basically like a little shelter. The rain ain't gonna bother them. So, if it's bad weather, you can still come here and get your reps in. So definitely you can become a better hitter.